Right, Campbell's comments now in Tamworth, but no Standardbred component to this one here. Catching up with Ben Hall, who won the Nutrien Classic for 2022, but it's not the first time you've been around it, but one, congratulations for your win.
Thank you.
You were saying to me there just prior to starting, 3 out of the last 4 years you've been able to win it.
Yep.
It's a big achievement.
Yeah. It is because we're riding young horses and they're always unpredictable. You never know really what's going to happen with them, and like they're not seasoned horses. You know, there's a lot of them come here and they haven't ever even had a start or been to a camp draft. So.
And for a lot of the guys who will be watching this and won't understand a lot about camp drafting, the way the Nutrien Classic sale works and the competition, basically those horses are purchased here a year or 2 years prior.
Yep.
And then you train them.
Yep.
And then they're the only ones that can come back and compete to win the big prize money.
Yep. Yep. As long as they're under 5-year-old, 5 and under, and they can all come back here and compete. Yeah.
So, as far as purchasing a horse here or looking around, like there's what 800 lots, 900, I don't know how many there is.
770.
770. I just seen one go through for $550,000. Beautiful little black mare, but expensive riding pony. But how do you go about the process? Like, how far out do you go, I suppose, getting involved, like looking for them? Do you start looking at the catalogue as soon as it comes out, or do you just wait until you see a horse walk past and look at it, or how do you do it?
Pretty much, I'm not much into studying them or whatever. I just see something, you know, travelling, someone riding past or whatever, and that's what I'm looking for. Think I can do something with it. Find out a little bit of history if I know who owns them and what they've done with them. The younger the better. That way I've got a couple of years to get them ready to come here to compete. The biggest thing is having them solid here, because you nearly got to be running 390s here, which is pretty big for a young horse.
390s, what's that?
90s a score, like.
Oh yeah, so you got to do three nights in a row.
Yep. 3 rounds. Yeah, you have your first eliminating round, so you got to qualify for that, and then you go into a second round, and then you qualify the top double scores, like your scores get added together. They go into a final, and then you have your final, and it all tallies together. So. And
there's so much, I suppose, luck involved, but there's also so much skill. The trotting guys, or the guys that did the rehoming, they filled me in so much with it. But you can have a great run, or you can be ready for a great run, get the wrong cow.
Yeah.
Or some, you know, and then other times the rider can just be off by that 1 or 2%. There's been a couple of really good riders, haven't even got a cow round a couple of times here that I've been watching it. There's so much skill, but also a little bit of luck involved in it, isn't it?
Oh, definitely, yeah. It's the most levelling sport you'll ever compete in. You can, you know, be at the top one day, and then tomorrow you mightn't even bloody get a score or get out of the yard. Like you think you're going good, and then it'll bring you down pretty quick. So.
Scotty Bandy, the lady who was in the Classic, he goes to me, he said, she'll get this one around, you watch, no worries. And he actually mozzed her because it was the first time she didn't get a gate, but he said, she's won everything else, just when you get hot. And like Scott's an accomplished horseman himself, and he says, when you get hot, you're hot, but he actually mozzed her and brought her undone. You though, you have been hot and just having a red hot run. Does confidence breed confidence, like when you're here and doing it?
I think so. When you're on, sort of thing. I think you just minimise mistakes, make sure of things, and try and keep a level head. I think is the biggest thing. Like, don't sort of let the pressure get to you. I think that helps too, and just being able to handle that. And got a lot of good help too, like Will Durkin, he's a real good mate of mine, and we work together and pick cattle and watch cattle for each other, sort of thing. You know, like if I could follow him or he could follow me, and we'll still pick a beast, you know, which we should be keeping for ourselves, sort of thing. You know, that's how this sport works. A lot of fellas will do that for you here. And,
that's actually one of the things I love about the sport. As I said, from afar, you watch it. It just seems such great camaraderie.
Yep.
I'm sure there are people that don't like each other, but from what I've seen, no one dislikes anyone. Like it's, you know, like and I don't mean that in a sarcastic way. I'm sure there'll be people that, you know, probably don't, but it's not openly, and everyone is there for everyone. Cheer, clap. You know, I just, you know, I love that part of it. I think that part of it's sensational, and spotting the cows and things like that. Like, there's a lot in that, isn't there? Being able to pick the cow.
Yeah, definitely. Yeah. No, you got to know, pretty much know what you're looking for, or what you think your horse can handle, and yeah, a lot of fellas will help you out with that if you're not sort of, you know, if you're busy, you know, you've got a couple of horses and you sort of swapping horses, need to ride that one around, you know, you'll have someone there watching the cattle for you.
Yeah. Will Durkin goes okay too, doesn't he? You know, your main rival, and so you're both picking cows out for each other, and you're each other's main competition.
Yeah, no, it's just like you said, it's yeah, you know, good mates and help each other out. It's happy to each other to win, sort of thing.
Yeah.
Silently,
but when you actually win it yourself, it's awesome.
If I had someone want to bet that, I wouldn't be worried about beating me. It's him, sort of thing. So
yeah. The prize money, and this is a competition, and the prize money is just astronomical. It must be great for you guys. You said you got seasonal work as a drafter, but to have a competition like this, to win it, but even just to set yourself for it, like that little bit of icing on the cake for a hard year's work, it must really make it. I think there's about 3 really good drafts. Is that right?
Yeah, there's getting a lot more. Excuse me. They're getting a lot more bigger drafts about. So yeah, sort of, you know, a lot of people, we're sort of setting ourselves up for them a bit. Yeah, so this one, like I say, it's got a lot of money up, but we're riding young horses. A lot of the other bigger drafts are about, we're riding them, you know,
seasoned
horses sort of thing,
Yeah. So. Do you enjoy it? Like, a little bit of the feedback, some people said we don't promote it too much because we like it the way it is, but do you like the way that it's tracking?
Yeah, well, I think it needs to get more money into it, because we put a lot of money into it. Like, you know, you come in here, there you go, your $550,000 mare you sold. It'd be good to go out next weekend and win it after on it worth $100 grand. You know, you start paying, getting back a bit what we're putting into them. You know, you won't get many horses under 20 grand now, like a competition horse. So yeah, if you got the opportunity to go out and win a draft and actually get a bit of money back, it's only going to get bigger and bigger, I think.
And it's a big sacrifice. I say about how big this is, and it blows you away. I've been here Monday. I'm going home tonight. It's Saturday. And all the rest. You guys have been here probably a week prior to that. And you're still going to be here Sunday, Monday afterwards.
Sunday, we leave Sunday, but yeah, you know, it's just like, you know, we come down here. I see a lot of mates that I've got in Victoria come here, and we come from here, from Victoria to the Territory, so it's you know, catch up with everyone. It only takes you a week to catch up with everyone.
It takes its toll on you to this place. Like, I would imagine when you're doing the Classic, I suppose you've got to be so conscious, because one thing I've said to a few people, once you know someone, you'll see them, you stop, you talk to them, and you go from there. It continually rolls, and it can actually get tiring, because you might say, well, I'm just going to duck up, but it might take you half an hour to get up there because people will stop you and talk to you.
Yeah, definitely.
From your point of view with trying to win the Classic, I suppose you've got to be single-minded about it, and you know, you've got your mates and that, but you'd have to concentrate and pace yourself and make sure everything's going the right direction for you.
Yeah, we don't get too wound up about things. We're quite happy to go and have a beer with someone before we go over, and it helps you relax a bit too, I think. But you can't get too wound up about it. I think with anything, you try and get too wound up about and too serious about things, it comes out in the way you ride. So
and shows.
Comes through your horse too, I think. So.
The cutout last night from a lay person, sitting there and watching it, like I thought, shit, imagine this in a basketball arena. Like I just think it's just something spectacular to watch with the lights, under lights, and in that closed environment. 30 stallions, like it is something to behold. Like, you guys sit back and say, wow, because like you guys were lined up around that arena, and I'm just looking, I'm thinking, there's 30 stallions. They're not colts and all the rest. I've seen Bardo's colt. I've seen him at Tumut, and he ain't the friendliest colt when he wants to. They all just stand there, play the game, and do as they're told.
Yeah, no. I think if you own a stallion, they got to be well behaved. Like, they got to know when you're over there, this is business time and not play time. So you've got to have a handle on them. And, that's just how it should be. I think it's good. It is, like you said, it is quite good seeing them all stand there together and not worrying about each other. But I think that's why they're there, because they're the top 33 stallions here on the weekend. So they should be doing everything right, you know.
Yeah, like I call myself, you know, not really a camp driver. This is I think the third one I've been to. I am a convert, don't worry about that. But that cutout and the way that it's done in such an arena with the people around you, almost like a Colosseum sort of effect.
Yep.
As a rider, do you guys enjoy being down there in that environment?
Yeah, it pumps you up. It's good atmosphere down there in that situation. You know, the crowd's yelling and going on, and you always got someone throwing a bit of shit at you, sort of thing. It's good too, but it makes you step up a little bit.
And the crowd know, because I've quickly worked out what they're. Well, I didn't quickly. A couple of guys pointed it out to me, but you know, a horse will spin for a layperson will just spin one way and the rest, and no one claps.
Yep.
But then another one will cut.
Yep.
But it's the way that the horse stops its legs, slides its legs, spins. Yep. They actually understand it and they cheer it. So that's the part you get rewarded. Like I'm sort of like, why isn't this guy getting cheered like he's doing?
Yep.
But it's just the horse isn't quite doing the same moves as what the other ones are.
Yeah, horse is probably not connected like the others there.
Yeah, and that's like even when you had the draft out there on the hill.
Yep.
Passionate people up there and they cheer and they understand what it means to get one through a gate.
Yeah, for sure. It's always good when you got a good crowd like that. It does make you feel appreciated, I guess.
Yeah, well, I think it's a brilliant sport. I love it. I'm so happy that I've been asked to come up here and look after the Standardbred section and be able to do it. Have you got one for next year already? Have you already got one for next year?
Yeah.
He's got a grin, ladies and gentlemen, to the answer is yes.
Yeah, I got the 3 geldings that I had this year. The follower I just missed out on a place on. They're all 4-year-olds, so they get to come back again. And we got another one yesterday. And trying to get a couple more before we go home.
How many started off in the Campdraft?
350 in the first round.
Yep. And they dropped it back to 200 after there was 150 drop out.
I think there was 150 odd in the second round.
Yep.
Yeah, and then come back to 33 in the final, 32 in the final.
So that went the final round, then also. Oh no, that's it.
That's it. Yep.
And then the stallion shootout was afterwards. So
Yep.
Thanks, mate. Thank you for giving me a bit of time. It's a busy day. You're still purchasing today?
Yeah, still looking.
But I'll be happy with that. He'll be happy to hear that. Go and spend the 50.
Get a bit of his money back.
And do you sell as well? Like do you
bring, Yeah. Sold one Thursday, and then got one today and one tomorrow.
It's a full on. It is full on, isn't it?
Yep.
Like it's just.
Yeah, no, it keeps you busy. Like it, people say it's 11 days and it's too long and all this sort of stuff. Well, if you don't like it, don't come. I reckon.
Yeah.
It's a long 10 or 11 days, but if you got enough horses and for me, having all the horses and competing and sale horses too, you're always doing something. So no, it's good.
From my point of looking at it, they don't want to come. Their car park will be filled pretty quickly. I'm pretty confident about it.
Yeah, I don't think there doesn't look to be too many people that aren't here.
And again, anyone that has never been here, you've got to come.
Yeah.
You nearly just got to come and look at the car park and where all the people get. It is just next level, isn't it?
It's it's phenomenal. The setup and the amount of money, just in our vehicles. You drove out there and started pricing the vehicles. No. It's phenomenal. So.
Yeah, I don't want to do that. That's for sure, because it's a bit scary.
Yeah.
Ben, thank you.
No worries.
Giving a bit of insight, and congratulations. Well done to you, and hopefully I'm back next year. Hopefully I'll be able to, might even grab you out for a chat beforehand and see you're going to track beforehand. But well done, and thanks very much for giving me a bit of insight, and your phone rings at the right time.
Timing, eh?
Thanks, mate.
Good on you.